now, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So get the air out the cold side first, then turn it to the hot side. The reason why we're doing that is to fill the hot water tank now. So that, just by either side or in between them two drains, was your boiler.
Okay.
So we need to get, if you drain it previously, that will be just full of air. It's a container of 10 litres, so 10 litres of air will have to come out through this tap. Okay, so as it's doing that, it's filling it up with water. Okay, once you've got a solid stream like that, that means your hot water boiler's full. Okay, if it's spluttering, and obviously it isn't, it may take a couple of minutes to get that air out. Okay, do the same with each tap. Make sure you get all the air out of the system, otherwise it'll just be splutter every now and again. Okay, happy with that?
Yep.
Now we can heat the water.
Right.
Okay, so to heat the water, we've got options of electric, gas, or both. Okay, so just down there in front of that base, down here. So we've got options of gas, which is that one. So it says Ultra Store. If you imagine that storing your water, and that one's your electric on the water heater as well. The reason why I say Ultra Store, store water, there's another switch that looks very similar to that one. That's for the heater, so it should say Ultra Heat.
Yeah.
Ultra Heat heater, Ultra Store water. Okay, so this one is the critical switch. Easy for me to say that. If you go and switch that on, or you've left it on previously and you've drained that tank, you plug 240 in and that's switched on, it's like boiling a kettle with no water in it. It's going to damage the element.
Okay.
Okay, so always make sure when you're finished and you're going home, make sure you switch. That's one of the things you switch off. As soon as you unplug the electrics, it's okay because there's no electric to it. But if you've left that on, which I've done before, it may damage your element, or it will damage your element. It may reset. You may be lucky because there's a thermal switch in there that may reset. So if you have done it and you think, oh, I've left it on and I had no water in it, just switch it off, pull the electrics out, give it a few seconds, plug it back in again, make sure you got water in the tank. It may reset. But being a second-hand van, you don't know how many times somebody may have already done that, so it may not, but it is working at the moment anyway. Okay, so that's your electric. I'll leave that switched off for now. Right, this is your gas side of it. Okay, so if you want to operate on gas, the outer ring, turn it clockwise. I don't know if you can see there. You hear that go click then. You just see there's a green light inside there. You see that? Yeah. If it goes red, that means the gas has failed to light. Okay, so if it fails to light, hopefully it won't do that. Just turn it off. Things you've now got to check is 1, you've turned your gas on.
Two, bottle out there.
Yeah, that's it. So on top of that, make sure that's turned on. 2, you have got gas, because you might have used all your gas up. So the best thing to do is you can fire your cook up, you can see you've got gas running. 3, the cover. If you've left the cover on, it'll just fail to light. It'll just shut it off. So just check you've taken that off if you are trying to operate on gas. Then 4, if you haven't used it on gas for a while, a lot of people just use it on electric. If you haven't used it on gas for a while, it gets air in the system. Okay, so it might just be that's failing it. So once you've checked all them, giving it a few seconds to reset, turn it on again. If it is air in the system, it may fail again. So it may take 2 or 3 times to do that. So again, if it fails, turn it off, give it a few seconds, turn it back on. What it's doing then is just trying to purge the air out of the system to get so it gets to the gas. Okay?
Yep.
Alright, the difference between electric and gas, if you see that there, it's got a control thermostat. So you see that it says 70 or 30, or 70 down to 30. So you can vary the temperature if you run it on gas. If you run on electric, it's just 70 degrees thermostatic control. Okay?
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
Good.
Got it.
Good. Right, your heater, which is obviously your fire here. Got options of electric and gas on this one as well, not both at the same time. So you've got your electric this side. Looks very similar to that control, but this is electric. So you see underneath there, it should say 230 volts. That is gas. So this is on your heater, Ultra Heat heater. So turn it on, this is the grey ring again. So you've got options on this one of 500 watts, 1000 watts, 2000 watts. So that's heating an element up inside your fire. So if you imagine like a 3-bar fire, so obviously 5 is the lower heat, you get up to 2000, obviously it's the high heat. Okay, so if it's cold, turn that so that is in line with 2000, and then you've got a thermostat in the centre. If the 9 is in line with that 0 there, that's the highest. If it's 1, that's the lowest. Okay, so kids tend to like playing with things like this. So if it's still cold and you've got it on 2000 watts, the likelihood is someone actually turn the thermostat down to 1. Okay, you should see a green light inside that as well, but it's not. It looks very similar to that again. It's not gas, it's electric. Okay, so that's heating an element up inside your fire. Okay, the gas option is this control here. So push it down, turn it, press it down, hold it. You've got a manual fire button there. What you should see through that window, which is quite tricky to see, is about that angle. You'll see the flame. Okay,
Yeah, I can see it, yeah.
You can see that, yeah. Okay, the narrow part of that control is where it's pointing to. So 10 being the hottest.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to turn it off, just bring it back. So that's pointing to 0 or just past 0. Okay, your gas fire is more efficient than the electric. The electric is, you know, unless you're going really cold conditions, then electric's usually sufficient enough. Okay. This side of it is your fan. Okay, so that's your fan off. You can operate the fan, which is independent of the gas and electric, so you can use it on either or you can use it on its own without any heat as well, so it's just circulating air. So centre's off. To the right is thermostatically controlled, so that goes up and down, so automatic, up and down with the heat. To the left is your manual, so you just turn that, changes the speed of your fan. Okay?
Okay.
Always use the fan when you've got heat on, because if you notice around the van you'll see vents.
Yeah.
If you haven't got the fan on, it won't push the warm air around.
Okay.
Okay? Happy the fire?
Where are the vents?
Yeah, there's one there.
Here.
Yeah.
There's some at the back as well.
Yeah,
is
yeah,
there?
one at the back. At least one at the back, and one in the bathroom as well.
Okay.
So it'll keep all nice and toasty.
Lovely.
Okay?
Yeah.
Right. Next thing we come to is your fridge. Okay, if you see that this fridge is on at the moment, you see the blue light, that's to indicate it is on.
Go on then.
So, on off switch is this little tiny switch here. So you just press and hold that switch to get on or off.
Yeah.
Okay, the screen's asleep at the moment, I can just press any button just to light it up. Okay, it's running on gas at the moment. If I press the left button, that changes the energy. So, that's now running on electric. You can also run 12 volts, but that 12 volts is coming from your car when you're travelling. Okay, so if you've got the grey connected on your car, that will, as soon as your engine starts and obviously connected to your caravan, it will provide 12 volts to the fridge. Okay, it won't cool the fridge down, it just maintains the temperature. So if you want to travel with the fridge cold, you need to cool it down before you travel. Okay,
By
so
using the gas to cool it
gas
down
or
first.
electric, yeah.
Right.
If you've got it at home, you can connect to the electric. You can cool it down, say 24 hours before.
What do we need to do to connect it to electric if we're at home? Do we need to get an adapter or something?
Right, the cable you've got, you can get an adapter, yeah, you plug into a domestic socket.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all it is, yeah. It's just the connection, which is like on the end of this end here, just connects to the other end of the cable, and it's just got a plug on it. It's just a short thing like that, and you can plug into your house. Which is obviously if you want to travel with things in your fridge and keep them cool, then that's the way to do it. Cool it down first. Okay. If you see now that has got a blue light flashing, that's to say obviously I'm trying to run on 12 volts, but obviously the car's not connecting, the engine's not running. It hasn't got the energy that it wants to use. Okay. So it will give you a warning on the gas. So if I just put it onto gas, if it fails to light, that's what the warning will be again. So the blue light will flash. You'll see a spanner there as well. So that's lighting automatically now. Okay, if it fails, it will let you know, as I said, with the blue light flashing, the spanner being there. It will do the same on the electric. So if that blue light's flashing, that means the electric's not there for it to operate on. Likelihood is either the trips have gone, or it could be either you haven't plugged the electric in, or the bollard that you've connected to has been tripped.
Okay.
Okay.
So how do we switch it to electric rather than 12 volt then?
You just press that. It just goes round and round and round. If you just keep pressing it.
Oh yeah, I can see it now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Three different pictures.
So that's
yeah.
electric.
Got it.
Okay. This one here, that's your temperature range. So all 5 lit, that's the coldest fridge is going to be. So it's coming out frozen butter, then obviously it's too cold. But 2 or 3 in this country, 2 or 3 is about average. It all depends on the heat of the day. If it's really hot like it has been, obviously it needs to work a bit harder. Okay.
Yep.
Happy with that?
Yep.
You're stopping in this on site tonight, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll leave the fridge on then.
Okay,
It
thanks.
should be cool in there now anyway. It should be cool by the time we get up there. Okay,
Yeah.
look at that. Good. Cooker. Obviously, as it says there, make sure that there's no heat here when you put that lid down.
Yeah.
Because they go off with quite a bang if you still hot or it's still burning. Okay, to ignite it, you just got a 12 volt igniter there. Okay, so it's as easy as that. Okay. Obviously make sure it's cool before you bring the glass down. That's your grill.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah.
Obviously hold it a bit longer. No, it's not a bit like now, is it? Obviously overcooked it with the gas now. I'll just show you the oven now. We'll come back to that soon. Okay, there's your oven. Okay.
Yep.
hold it on a bit longer if it's not staying lit. You can see a bit of glow on the. There we go.
Yep.
Okay. Cool pan. I say handles in there, but it isn't. I'll find your handle, so obviously it should be in there.
There was one. I'm sure we looked and we saw one.
Probably
somewhere, didn't we?
They're probably cleaning it and they've moved it. I'll get you one anyway.
Thanks.
Okay, microwaves, reasonably straightforward. The only thing is, don't travel with glass plate in.
Okay.
If it does manage to find its way out and drops on top of this, it's going to be tears. Right? So always travel with that out. My wife tends to put it in the bowl with a tea towel wrapped around it, stop it rattling about. Okay, so it's just a straightforward. I like these ones.
Yeah, we've got one like that.
Straightforward,
I like them.
Yeah, I don't want anything too complicated. Some of the new ones now, you wouldn't believe how complicated they are. You can't just do that. You have to press button twice and then. Too complicated. Right. Next, your bathroom. Right, so your toilet electric flush. So you just press and hold that. If you hear that noise, that means it's empty. So you need to put some more water in the filler. That is an indicator that your waste tank's full. If obviously it lights up. Okay. To operate your toilet, there's this. That's your wastegate there. Okay. So I said about making sure it's closed.
Yeah.
So that's open at the moment. Make sure it's closed to pull the cassette out.
Okay.
Okay. Obviously open to use it. Once you've used it, flush it. Close it back up again.
So is it best to open and shut it in between use then?
Yes,
and
yes,
to
I would.
train the kids
so
to do that.
Go to use it, open it. When you finish, shut it. Okay. As I said, just make sure that kids are aware if you're going to empty that.
Yeah.
Because you could end up with a nasty surprise. Okay. Obviously taps. Exactly the same as obviously mixer taps. So we'll do this. There's your compressor. Okay. Let's try and think anything else now. Obviously, extractor fan. To operate it, just press the button that starts it. You can draw air out or in. So if you press that one, speeds it up, and that's air going out. If you want to slow it down, press the opposite one, and it will draw air in as well if you want to.
Okay.
Not sure why, but you can do. This will open the vent outside, so you just lift that. Obviously, just be careful, make sure it does come down before you travel. Because it's quite difficult to see through there. Okay. Right. Surely, anything else you want?
TV aerial.
TV aerial. No, I'm just trying to think where that is in this one. I think when you do that many different ones, it's like. This one. Oh, there it is. They're in so many different places you can imagine on these things. Right, you got a directional TV aerial. Okay, you can see that it's got a locking up there. So what you do is loosen that before you move it. Have a look to see where everybody else is pointing their aerial, because that'll give you a good clue which direction you need to be turning it. So that red spot there is an info note on here. So there's a red spot denotes the front of the antenna. Not necessarily for the travelling, but for when you position it. So what you do, push it up, turn it, try and locate it compared to everybody else's. Then you just lock it off. Okay. This here, remember which one the on off is? That's your amplifier. Okay. All depending on what area you are in and how good the signal you're going to get. Yeah, because obviously, especially with a digital signal, even though it's a digital aerial. So if you're in the valleys of Wales, likelihood of getting a signal might be a bit hit and miss. But some of them on some of these sites do have bollards that have a TV point to it. So if you've got a long cable you can connect to it, there's a point just outside in the battery box where you can actually connect an aerial to it, and they may have a booster on site. Okay, right, your radio. Okay, so source button, auxiliary or tuner. You just push down on it like that. You can will actually play DVD or CD. Pick it up. There is also plus this one. I've got a remote for it as well.
Lovely.
Okay.
That's a DVD for the telly.
Yeah. Yeah. So your outputs there. Look. I think there's outputs at the back as well.
Get us there.
Hey, very posh that is. Very posh. So that's inside here.
And beds as well.
Yeah.
How do we work all these?
Yeah, I'll show you.
We're very new.
I'll show you. Yeah, no worries. Right.
We have an idea, but we've never seen one being used.
Yeah.
So.
You've never seen a bed being used. Right, handbook. Obviously, that is really useful.
Stop in 3 seconds.
Is it? All right.